it's Mio, and today I have a polymer clay tutorial. As you can see, I'm going to show you how to create cute little Tsum Tsum characters. I created Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. I purposely made these little figurines super tiny because I think they come out really cute this way. And if you don't know what Tsum Tsum is, it's this cute little game created by Disney where all little characters have this little long pillow-shaped form, and it's a really cute game, so I highly recommend you guys check it out. My mom and I play it all the time, and I just thought it'd be so cute to create these characters. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And do check out my other social media websites such as Instagram and Twitter to check out future uploads. So let's go ahead and get this tutorial started, shall we? I'm using polymer clay for this tutorial, so you're going to start off with a black round piece of clay, and you're going to roll this into a little hot dog shape. To make Mickey's head and torso, I'm going to cut this sausage in half, and this will be the front part. And I'm going to repeat the process using red clay. I just rolled it into a tiny little sausage. I'm going to cut it in half and just make sure the diameter of two pieces match up so that when you put the two together, you can see that they look almost like a medicine pill. Red is a little bit smaller than the black. Just make sure you blend the two together, and this is going to form Mickey's head and body. For the face, I'm actually going to take some flesh colored piece of clay, and I'm going to flatten this into a really thin pancake. I want this clay to be as thin as possible, so I actually use a roller to help thin this out. Using an X-Acto knife, I'm going to cut out the shape of Mickey's face. It kind of looks like a misshapen four-leaf clover. This shape is really hard to describe, but I would just look at a picture and kind of follow what it generally looks like, and don't worry if it's not perfect, because even when I cut out this piece, I use my fingers and clay tools to help smooth out all the edges and make sure it looks as symmetric as possible. You just want to make sure the face is actually small enough to fit on the black piece of clay, and go ahead and position it on the bottom center of the face. And of course, don't forget to smooth everything out so it blends in seamlessly. So this is what the clay piece looks like so far. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Mickey Mouse's ears. I'm taking some tiny pieces of black clay and flattening them into tiny little pancakes. I'm going to cut off one of the edges so that it's nice and flat and it's easier to position on Mickey Mouse's head. For the best looking pieces, just make sure you make everything really symmetrical. You don't want one ear larger than the other. Now for his face, you're going to take some flesh colored piece of clay, roll it into a tiny little hot dog, and place it in the very center of his face. And that's going to be his little snout, and I just took a tiny black piece of clay and put it on the very top. And don't forget to give him cute tiny little eyes. Mickey has two white hands and two black feet, so I just took some white clay that I rolled in tiny little balls and placed them right underneath his face. And I did the exact same thing with his feet. I just took two yellow pieces of clay and put them in the very back. The last thing to put on is his cute little cheeks. I took some tiny pieces of pink clay about the size of his eyes and placed them side by side where his cheeks belong. All you need now is a tiny little tail, so I just rolled out some black clay and placed it in his tiny little butt, and your little tiny Mickey is pretty much done. So Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse are actually very similar, so instead of going through all the same steps I did for Minnie Mouse, I'm just going to fast forward through some of the steps I did for Mickey because a lot of it's very similar. So Minnie's body is actually black, red, and white. So instead of having just black and red, I cut one piece of red clay to be in the center, and I cut a piece of white clay to be the back part of her butt, because she actually wears a skirt, and underneath her skirt she has white little bloomers. So this is what Minnie's base body looks like. So just like with Mickey, I'm going to roll and smooth out all the colors together so it kind of looks like a medicine pill, and go ahead and place a similar face on the black part of the body, and I'm going to give Minnie a very similar face as Mickey Mouse. The only difference is that Minnie Mouse has eyelashes, so I spent a lot of time cutting out tiny pieces of black clay and sticking them around her eyes so that she has these beautiful eyelashes. But the rest of her face is really the same as Mickey, so I gave her the same cheeks, the nose, and the same ears. Of course, between Minnie Mouse's ears she has a cute little bow, so I took some red clay, rolled it into a circle, placed a clay tool down the center, and scrunched the clay around it to form a tiny little heart. And you're going to flatten this heart, put two of them together, and you pretty much have a rudimentary bow that's going to be Minnie Mouse's bow. Go ahead and position the bow in between her ears, and we can decorate them with the white polka dots that she classically wears. So I'm taking very tiny pieces of white clay, and I'm just rolling them into tiny little balls about the size of a microbead and flattening them all around the cute little bow that she has. Minnie Mouse wears a skirt, so to make her skirt, I'm taking a red piece of clay and rolling it to a long, thin cylinder, and I'm going to flatten this red piece of clay like so. Minnie Mouse's skirt actually frills out really nicely on one side, so on one side of the piece of clay, I'm actually going to take a clay tool and roll it out really well so that one side is much thinner than the other, and if you'll notice, it kind of makes the skirt fan out a lot like so. Position this red piece of clay around Minnie Mouse and make sure you cover up all the white spots because you actually don't want the white piece of clay to show on her torso, and make sure you smooth everything out. The thin clay on Minnie Skirt is actually very fragile, so you want to be very careful that you don't misshapen it or break it, and you're going to very gently put the classic white polka dots she has on her skirt all over the place. Just make sure they're evenly spaced apart, and of course be very careful not to break her skirt. A very gentle hand is very important to create Minnie Mouse, so please take your time when you create her. And when you are done, go ahead and give her her yellow feet in the back and her white hands in the front, just like Mickey does. Once you finish positioning her hands and feet, the only piece left that you're missing is her tail, which is the exact same as Mickey Mouse. Just go ahead and roll a black piece of clay and stick it in the back, and this is how I created Minnie Mouse. I placed both of these characters in the oven for 20 minutes at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is what they look like. I think they absolutely turned out really cute. I love how they look, and you can stack them just like you do in the real game when you play Tsum Tsum. I love that they're super tiny, so if you decide to make even more characters to stack on like the real game, you absolutely can. It won't take up too much space or too much clay, and of course they're super cute. You can turn them into jewelry items such as a ring or an earring or a necklace, or you can just keep them on display like I have. I think they're super adorable, make great gifts. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that was easy enough to follow. For more videos like these, please give me a thumbs up and do subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy playing Tsum Tsum, let me know which is your favorite Disney character Tsum Tsum. I think they're super adorable. They're almost like Pokemon characters. You want to collect them all. And also let me know if you would like me to create more little Tsum Tsum characters in the comment box below. Also, don't forget to check out my other social media websites such as Instagram and Twitter. You can get more pictures of what's going on in my life and future tutorials to come. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys very soon. Good luck with this tutorial, and if you do create something, please share it with me. I really enjoy flipping through all the photos on Instagram of things that you guys created. You guys are absolutely amazing. So good luck and have fun. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!